My friends, we are not mere wanderers adrift on an indifferent sea. There is purpose, a divine hand at work, shaping, refining, and molding each of us for something far greater than we can presently comprehend. Greatness is not a trophy displayed for human applause, but a profound alignment with the very reason you were created. Today, let us uncover 7 clear signs that the Master Potter is at work in your life, preparing you for a purpose beyond measure. Gold is tested in fire, not to destroy it, but to purify it. When the weight of trials presses down, consider, might this be the furnace refining you? God allows hardship not as punishment, but as preparation. Strength is born not in comfort, but in resistance. Trust that every tear and every burden is preparing you for the strength you will need for greatness. Have you felt it? That yearning, that dissatisfaction with the ordinary? It's as though you're being called to something more. A whisper in your spirit urging you forward. This restlessness is a holy gift, a sign that complacency will not suffice. It is the seed of greatness, urging you to rise beyond mediocrity and step into your divine calling. There may come a season when comforts are taken away and distractions fade. This pruning is not abandonment, it is preparation. Just as a gardener prunes the vine to ensure abundant fruit, so does the Creator remove what hinders your growth. In loss, there is clarity. In silence, there is focus. True greatness is not self-serving. It bows low to lift others up. Perhaps you find yourself in a season of hiddenness, when no one notices your efforts, or you are called to serve in small, unseen ways. Take heart. This is the crucible of humility. It is in the quiet places that character is forged, preparing you to bear the weight of greatness with grace. There comes a time when your own strength falters and you are brought to the end of yourself. This is not failure. It is an invitation. It is in surrender, in leaning wholly upon the one who called you, that you will find the strength to accomplish what is beyond human capability. Faith is not a passive belief, but an active trust. As the fog begins to lift, you may catch glimpses of the work God is doing. A door opens, a path becomes clear, and you realize the trials, the restlessness, the pruning, all of it was preparing you for this moment. These glimpses are a foretaste, a reminder that every step has meaning and every hardship was not wasted. Do not despise the process, my friends, for the hands that shape you are the same hands that stretch the heavens. Trust the work being done within you. Embrace the trials, the restlessness, the humbling, for they are not signs of abandonment, but of preparation. You are being readied for greatness, not for your glory, but for the glory of the one who calls you. Stand firm, take heart, and know the greatness you are being prepared for is a reflection of the greatness of the one who created you. Just as fire purifies gold, trials in your life serve a purpose: to refine your character, strengthen your resolve, and prepare you for greater things. Trials may feel overwhelming, but they are not meant to destroy you. Instead, they remove impurities, fear, doubt, and self-centeredness, so you emerge stronger and more focused. Trust that every difficulty is shaping you into the person you need to become. That feeling of dissatisfaction or yearning for something more isn't a punishment. It's a divine nudge. It's a sign that you are being stirred to step out of complacency and into your purpose. Restlessness is the inner call to grow, move, and seek greater meaning. Instead of fearing it, embrace it as the beginning of transformation. In gardening, pruning removes dead branches to allow the plant to flourish. Similarly, in life, God may strip away things that no longer serve you, relationships, habits, or even comforts. While it may feel like loss, it's making room for something greater. Pruning is not punishment, it's preparation. It clears away distractions so you can focus on your calling. True greatness is not about self-exaltation. It's about serving others. Humility teaches you to listen, grow, and lead with empathy. If you are in a season of hiddenness or feel overlooked, take heart. These moments are shaping your character, teaching you to value others and steward greatness with wisdom. Without humility, greatness becomes unsustainable. When you realize you cannot do everything on your own, you open yourself to divine strength. Dependence on God isn't weakness. It's the foundation of true power. In surrendering control, you find clarity, courage, and guidance. This reliance keeps you steady in trials and reminds you that you're not walking the path alone. Faith isn't about certainty. It's about trusting when the outcome is unseen. Stepping into the unknown requires courage, but it also stretches your faith. Every uncertain step teaches you to rely on God rather than your own understanding. It's in these moments of uncertainty that you develop the spiritual muscle to endure and succeed. Occasionally you catch a glimpse of what you are being prepared for. A small success, an opportunity, or a moment of clarity. These glimpses are God's way of encouraging you to keep going. They remind you that your efforts are not in vain and that there is a greater plan unfolding, even if you don't see the full picture yet. Greatness requires enduring pressure. Coal becomes a diamond only under intense pressure and heat. Similarly, the challenges you face might seem overwhelming, but they are transforming you into something of incredible value. Embrace the pressure, knowing that it's shaping you for your purpose. Life's hardships burn away the unnecessary and unhelpful parts of us. Pride, impatience, or fear. Like a refiner's fire, difficulties expose your weaknesses so they can be strengthened. The fire may feel uncomfortable, but is preparing you to shine brighter than ever before. Pain often feels meaningless, but it is one of life's greatest teachers. It stretches your capacity for empathy, patience, and resilience. Instead of running from pain, ask what it's teaching you. Every tear and every struggle are contributing to the person you're becoming. Pain is not the end of the story, it's part of the journey toward greatness. Challenges are not obstacles meant to stop you. They are opportunities to grow stronger. With each challenge you face, you build emotional, spiritual, and mental endurance. This resilience equips you to face even greater trials ahead and positions you as someone capable of achieving greatness. Challenges are like training ground. They prepare you for future victories. The most remarkable achievements and transformations often emerge from seasons of adversity. Struggles provide the fertile soil for courage, creativity, and innovation to grow. Adversity pushes you to think beyond your limits, refine your purpose, and develop the grit required to sustain greatness. You often don't realize how strong you are until you face a challenge. Trials strip away doubt and reveal the fortitude you didn't know you possessed. Every obstacle serves as a mirror, reflecting back the strength God has already placed within you. When trials come, they aren't there to weaken you, but to showcase the strength that's been waiting to surface. In moments of difficulty, you might underestimate your capacity to overcome. But the truth is, God has placed within you more strength than you can imagine. When pushed to your limits, you'll discover an inner resolve, a resilience born not from circumstance, but from divine preparation. Believe in the strength you carry. It's more powerful than you realize. There's a unique kind of restlessness, a holy dissatisfaction, that stirs within you when you're being prepared for more. This isn't ordinary discomfort. It's a divine signal that you're meant to rise higher. Instead of settling for less, let this dissatisfaction propel you to seek, grow, and align with your higher purpose. That inner stirring, the sense that you're meant for something more, is a seed being planted. It's the starting point of discovering your purpose. This restlessness may feel unsettling, but it's an essential part of the journey. It's the divine tug that pushes you toward the path of greatness. Growth rarely happens in comfort zones. Discomfort, though unpleasant, is a catalyst for change and progress. It forces you to confront what's holding you back and step into new challenges. Embrace discomfort as a tool that propels you closer to your destiny. When your spirit feels unsettled or restless, it's often a sign that change is coming. This stirring is not random. It's a divine alert that you're on the verge of a new season. Pay attention to these inner promptings. They're guiding you toward transformation and alignment with your purpose. That deep longing or yearning you feel isn't accidental. It's a whisper from your soul urging you to move toward your calling. Ignoring it only leads to stagnation, while listening to it opens the door to growth and fulfillment. This inner yearning is God's way of steering you toward your divine destiny. When you feel unsettled, it's an invitation to pause and reflect. This is the time to examine your life, your goals, and your alignment with your purpose. Restlessness isn't meant to frustrate you, but to push you into deeper self-awareness and connection with your Creator's plan for you. When you lose something you valued, a job, a relationship, or a comfort, It often creates space for you to focus on what truly matters. Loss is not the end, it's a recalibration. It helps you discern where your attention and energy should go, paving the way for clarity and renewed purpose. Sometimes holding on too tightly to the past, old habits, or unfulfilled expectations prevents growth. Letting go may feel like sacrifice, but it's actually a step forward. Release what no longer serves you, and you'll find yourself open to new opportunities and greater blessings. In life, just as in nature, unproductive branches must be trimmed so the plant can thrive. Pruning is God's way of removing distractions, negative influences, or stagnant areas in your life to make room for new growth. While it may feel painful, it's a necessary step to unlock your full potential. When something or someone exits your life, it's often a divine intervention. These removals are not random, they are intentional acts of preparation. Trust that God is clearing away things that hinder your journey so you can fully align with your purpose and step into greatness. The little things that pull your attention away from your goals, whether they're unhealthy habits, toxic relationships, or wasted time, can delay your progress. God's preparation often involves removing these distractions so you can stay focused and move forward on the path He's laid out for you. When life feels stripped down to its essentials, it's often a divine opportunity to focus on what truly matters. Simplification isn't about having less, it's about aligning your resources, energy, and time with your purpose. This process reveals your true priorities and clears the way for greatness. Pruning can feel harsh and confusing in the moment, but it's a necessary act of love. Trust that every removal is purposeful. Just as a gardener carefully prunes a plant to ensure its health, God is preparing you for greater fruitfulness by cutting away what holds you back. Greatness that lacks humility is unsustainable. Pride blinds and isolates, but humility grounds you, making you approachable and relatable. God often humbles you during preparation to ensure that when greatness comes, you'll handle it with grace and wisdom. Sometimes you're called to work in obscurity or behind the scenes when no one notices. These seasons teach you faithfulness, discipline, and selflessness. Serving in small, unseen ways builds the foundation for handling greater responsibilities in the future. True honor comes not from self-promotion but from humble service. When you approach life with humility, others recognize your character, and honor follows naturally. Greatness isn't about seeking recognition, but about living in alignment with God's purpose, which leads to honor in its due time. Greatness often begins in hidden seasons, where your work, growth, and struggles go unnoticed. These quiet moments are not wasted. They are the foundation for your public purpose. Trust the process, knowing that the time spent in preparation is essential for sustaining the greatness to come. The path to greatness often begins with humility. You may need to serve, sacrifice, or start small before achieving what you're called to do. This bending low builds character, perspective, and empathy, ensuring that when you rise, you do so with grace and integrity. It's not always the big moments that shape you. It's the small, everyday decisions and acts of faithfulness. These seemingly insignificant actions build the character and resilience needed for greatness. Never underestimate the power of consistency in the small things. When it feels like no one sees your efforts or progress, know that God does. These hidden seasons are sacred because they allow you to grow without external pressures. Embrace them as opportunities for deeper connection with God and personal development. True strength comes not from striving, but from surrendering to God's will. Letting go of your own plans and trusting in divine guidance allows you to access a strength beyond your own. It's this surrender that equips and empowers you to walk confidently toward your purpose. In moments when you feel weak or inadequate, remember that God's strength is made perfect in your weakness. It's not about your abilities, but His power working through you. Trust that when you reach your limit, He is more than able to carry you forward. You're not meant to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. God invites you to cast your cares on Him, knowing He can handle them better than you can. By giving your burdens to Him, you free yourself to focus on what truly matters and move forward in peace. Striving often comes from trying to do everything in your own strength. Dependence on God liberates you from this exhausting cycle. When you trust Him, you stop striving and start thriving, allowing His wisdom and power to lead the way. Your limitations aren't weaknesses, they're opportunities for God to show His strength. When you recognize your limits and invite Him to work through them, you allow His power to shine. Greatness comes not from denying your limits, but from embracing them and trusting in God's limitless ability. You may not understand the process, but you can trust the one guiding it. God, the master craftsman, is shaping your future with precision and purpose. Even when the path seems unclear, trust His hands. They are steady, skilled, and always working for your good. Amen. You may not understand the process, but you can trust the one guiding it. God, the master craftsman, is shaping your future with precision and purpose. Even when the path seems unclear, trust His hands. They are steady, skilled, and always working for your good. You may not have all the answers or a clear view of the road ahead, but you don't have to. God is your guide, and His wisdom far surpasses your understanding. Focus on taking one step at a time, trusting that He knows the destination and will lead you there. Faith isn't about having everything figured out. It's about believing even when the outcome is unclear. Uncertainty creates fertile ground for your faith to grow. It's in these moments of doubt and unknowns that you learn to trust God more deeply. Starting something new or stepping out of your comfort zone is often the hardest part of any journey. However, it's also the most important. The first step signals your willingness to trust and move forward, even when the path ahead is uncertain. Waiting is not a waste of time, it's a time of preparation. During seasons of waiting, your faith is tested and refined. It teaches you patience, trust, and the understanding that God's timing is always perfect. Growth happens not in rushing, but in trusting. Greatness often requires stepping into the unknown, and trust is the bridge that gets you there. Trusting God, even when you can't see the full picture, allows you to move forward confidently, knowing He is working all things for your good. Faith requires you to believe in what you cannot see or fully understand. This takes courage, as it often means walking a path that others may question. Trust that the unseen is just as real as what is visible, and let your courage fuel your journey toward greatness. Before you're entrusted with greatness, you must be faithful in the small tasks and responsibilities. These moments of faithfulness build the character and skills you'll need for larger opportunities. Honor the small beginnings, for they lead to significant outcomes. Your vision is limited, but God's perspective is infinite. Walking by faith means trusting in what God has promised, even when the physical evidence is lacking. It's an act of surrender, knowing that the unseen reality is more trustworthy than the seen. As you progress in your journey, you'll start to see glimpses of the bigger picture. This vision is God's way of showing you that you're on the right path. While the full picture may not yet be clear, these glimpses serve as encouragement and confirmation to keep going. Greatness unfolds according to divine timing, not your schedule. While waiting can be difficult, it ensures that you're prepared and circumstances are aligned for success. Impatience may rush the process, but trust that God's timing is always perfect and purposeful. When progress feels slow, it's easy to think you've been forgotten. However, delays often mean preparation is still happening behind the scenes. What feels like a pause is actually part of the process, ensuring that you're ready when the opportunity arrives. Sometimes a closed door isn't rejection, it's redirection. When one path is blocked, it's because there's a better one ahead. Trust that every closed door is part of a larger plan designed to lead you toward your true purpose, life. It's not just about reaching the end goal. The process of getting there shapes who you are. The lessons, growth, and experiences along the way are just as significant as the final achievement. Embrace the journey and let it transform you. When you practice gratitude, you begin to see the blessings in your current season, even if it feels challenging. Gratitude shifts your perspective, making room for joy and peace, and positions you to receive even greater blessings in the future. The path to greatness can be exhausting, but rest is essential. Resting doesn't mean giving up. It means recharging so you can continue with strength and clarity. Recognize when you need to pause, but don't let fatigue make you abandon your purpose. Just because you can't see immediate results doesn't mean progress isn't happening. Growth often takes place beneath the surface, just like seeds sprouting underground before they break through. Trust that progress is happening even when it's invisible. Facing resistance, whether it's challenges, doubts, or setbacks, forces you to push harder and grow stronger. Just as muscles grow through resistance, your character and perseverance develop through life's difficulties. Resistance is not the enemy, it's part of your preparation. Every challenge, lesson, and opportunity you face is sharpening your natural gifts and talents. You may not realize it, but the skills and abilities you're developing now are being refined for your ultimate purpose. Embrace the sharpening process. It's essential for your greatness. When you respond to God's call, even in small ways, you open the door to greater opportunities. Obedience demonstrates trust and readiness, allowing you to step into new levels of growth and purpose. Each act of obedience moves you closer to greatness. To achieve greatness, you must remove distractions that don't align with your purpose. Whether they're bad habits, unnecessary commitments, or toxic influences, cutting these away creates room for focused growth and clarity in your journey. Discipline is the foundation of greatness. It's the daily, consistent effort that sustains your journey. When you align your actions with your purpose and maintain discipline, you create the structure necessary for lasting success. Greatness built on integrity stands the test of time. Doing what's right, even when it's difficult, strengthens your character and earns trust. Without integrity, success becomes fragile, but with it, you lay an unshakable foundation. Your pain is not wasted. Every hardship, struggle, and heartbreak you endure becomes part of your testimony and equips you to empathize with and inspire others. God uses your pain as a tool to shape your purpose and contribute to your greatness. The higher you rise, the greater your responsibility. Greatness isn't just about personal success. It's about how you impact and uplift others. God prepares you to handle this responsibility with wisdom, humility, and care. True greatness isn't about serving yourself, but about serving others. Your purpose is designed to contribute to the world and glorify God. When your actions align with a higher cause, your impact becomes lasting and meaningful. When you give, whether it's your time, resources, or kindness, you create space for even greater blessings to flow into your life. Generosity aligns with God's principles and reflects a heart prepared for greatness, as it demonstrates your trust in abundance. Impatience can lead to hasty decisions and missed opportunities, but patience allows greatness to unfold naturally. Waiting teaches you to value the journey, refine your skills, and trust that God's timing is perfect. True leaders are servants first. Serving others humbly, even in small ways, prepares you to lead with compassion, wisdom, and strength. Leadership rooted in service is the hallmark of enduring greatness. Your greatness isn't just about personal achievement. It's about reflecting God's glory. When you align your purpose with His will, your life becomes a testament to His goodness, impacting others and leaving a lasting legacy. Putting the Lord second, making others a spiritual assistance, a testament to His goodness, impacting others and leaving the lasting legacy.